your car. A little bit strategy play there, getting your 2 tires. Give us your thoughts on your chances here towards the end.
Yeah, we definitely didn't fire off like we liked or wanted to, and we've been working on it hard all day long to try to get it better. Jeremy Ballas has done a good job of taking big swings at this thing during the race to try to get us where we need to be, and we got a little bit of track position here and a couple of fresh right side tires, so hopefully we can get some spots here in this discount tire Ford Mustang and contend here at the end.
We were just showing a replay package as we came back from commercial, and you were part of that too. Pretty aggressive on that. It's going to take another one of those right here, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to be aggressive. I got put 3 wide the restart before that. You just got to be aggressive, and it was kind of time to go. So, and that one actually didn't play out for us too well. So, hopefully we can have a couple restarts go our way here.
All right, thanks for talking with us. Good luck in these last laps.
Thank you.
Brian Blaney running in 7th place now aboard the Team Penske 22. So the big strategy shuffle headed by the 3 teams that did not pit under the caution. Chris Buescher, Eric Almirola, Brian Scott now running 1, 2, and 3. Let's check with Doc.
And let's check in with Scott Graves, who keeps telling Chris Buescher to save fuel, save fuel. How big of a gamble is this?
For us at this point, fuel mileage wise, we're okay here with these cautions here. We're okay on that part. The gamble is just if the tires cool off enough and we can get out front fast enough and there's enough of a buffer between us and the guys that got the tires that we can maintain until they start to slow down a little bit. So we'll see how it works out. A little bit of a chance, but we've really been fast all day. Just want to get some of this track position and see if we can make it work.
Let's go to Dave Burns.
Doc, John Hansen's been telling Eric Almirola they're about 2 laps short on their window. This long cleanup should help. How does this work out for you, John?
Well, we'll see. I think you save your set of tires. I know some of them took fuel only, a couple of them put 2 on. So either way, we don't have nothing to lose. These guys are doing a great job this weekend, and it's fun to have Eric back in the car. For me, I worked with him a couple years ago at juniors, so we'll see what happens.
All right, 98 starts second. Vince?
Brian Scott, one of those cars that stayed out with his crew chief Phil Gould. You've got fuel to get to the end. What was the decision regarding the tires to stay out?
Well, we just dug ourselves a hole with our mistake on pit road, and we were able to top off. That was one good thing. So these caution laps will put us good on fuel. If we do get a caution, we got a set of tires sitting here. So just do it the best we can.
We'll see if the gamble pays off, Alan.
All right, Vince, thanks. So the whole running order shuffled up here by that wild strategy session. 3 didn't pit. Handful of them took fuel only. Another handful took just right side tires only. Kyle Larson, the first who took 4s, back in 11th, and Kyle Busch now back in 16th. And an awful lot of radio traffic going on about it.
Surprised that bottom on the restarts is working as well as it is. Yeah, 10-4. That puts you P5. The 54 took 4 tires. He's P16. We're just have to get out there and get going.
So that's Kevin Harvick, who took the right side tires on the pit stop. There you see he's currently 5th. Ty Dillon took just fuel only on his pit stop. He's running 4th.
It's been a rough day. Rebounding okay. The restart's been unbelievable, so thanks for that. And we got one more set of tires left. We're real close to being able to make it.
There, the story from Danny Stockman, the crew chief for Ty Dillon. So Kyle Busch has led 141 of 158 laps. He's in 16th place. We got 41 laps to go. And I just think the Blues Brothers line, half a pack of, half a tank of gas, whatever it is. Hit it.
And I'm not betting against the 54 being able to go back there.
Not at all. Here he comes. He's out there 4 wide, headed into turn 1.
Larson making a lot of time on the bottom with those 4 tires he's got.
Oh, Ty Dillon's car really took off on him, kept it off the wall. Brian Scott, Eric Almirola for the race lead.
Harvick's looking for some room. He's going to go to the high side. Yeah, he desperately wants to get out there and try to put as much gap. Oh, trouble now.
Oh, Brendan gone. Right.
Gonna save it.
What a save. We stand the green. Kyle Busch got around a pile of cars in that, by the way.
There's your points leader back in the middle of a lot of things happening.
Watch the black car, gold bumper there, right side of the screen.
Oh, a little tap from both of these drivers, Dylan Kwasniewski and Brendan Gaughan. What a terrific job here.
Both of them, really. I mean, look at Dylan. He's way out there, just like Brendan is. They both saved him. How'd they do that?
Yeah.
I bet Trevor Bain got a good look at this. Oh, better than he wanted.
And I don't believe Kyle Busch ever lifts through this.
Go 3 wide top. Stay up, 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 up. Keep coming up.
Just
Come on.
for a second.
All clear. Still green. They saved it.
Yeah, he was surprised too, wasn't he?
So Kevin Harvick has gotten to the lead. Here's Kyle Larson in that 42. Remember, the first off pit road with 4 fresh tires, restarted 11th, racing Brian Scott here for 3rd place.
And Harvick's glad to look back there and see that this 42 is having a little bit of trouble getting up through there.
A little contact with the wall.
A little adjustment on his car, too.
Yeah, he better hope it works as good as it did on Ryan Blaney's car earlier.
Trying hard to find a way to get that spot and keep up with Kevin Harvick, who's now the race leader. Oh, one going up. Denny Hamlin.
Blowing up big time.
Hold it down every can.
Just
Go
like
there
Jeremy
low.
Clements when his blew up.
We'd heard reported a long time ago.
Yeah, he thought he had a problem with something earlier, and it turned out that the car was up to speed. They didn't think they really had a problem with it, but
Holy cow. Look at all those camera lenses covered in oil.
Hey, boy, that was a big eruption.
Running in 7th.
Wow. Like my old buddy Ken Schrader would say, I don't know what broke, but it was important, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was just a couple hundred feet from being a major disaster of that happening as you enter the corner. You did have a chance to get it down there.
Wow, that was a lot going on in a short period of time, wasn't there? Watching all that 3 and 4 wide stuff back in the corners, behind the leaders. All that going on while Kevin Harvick slipped around Brian Scott and Aric Almirola to get the #1 spot. I say slipped around. He drove it hard around the outside.
He went 5th to 1st, 2 laps.
And that was happening at the same time that the contact between the 31 and the 62 was taking place.
Yeah, that kind of got our attention away from the lead.
Everybody's attention there for a minute, yes.
So there goes Kevin Harvick into the race lead. But now he had been on that plan of let's get to the front and get as big a gap as we can. The caution comes out here for the Hamlin engine problem and brings the field back together.
Yeah, Kyle Busch has gained half the spots now. He was 16th on that last restart. He's 8th now.
Yeah, but he was a good ways behind Kevin Harvick, who had gotten out there in the clean air. And when Kyle Busch had to lift for just a second, he lost quite a bit of time. So Harvick was in a pretty good spot. But now that's been taken away.
Well, Denny Hamlin's day is done. And Kyle Busch still trying to figure out how to get from 8th up to the race lead.
I wish we had some tires to give you, but we don't. A lot of those guys are still backing up hard, so we'll get a restart and we'll try it again.
Adam Stevens to his driver.
Yeah, I think they're in a pretty good position. I mean, I know that 8th spot's not where they want to be right now, but they have 4 tires. They have a fast car. They have a few laps here to get it done.
Well, caution out for problems for Denny Hamlin. Doc?
Yeah, Denny Hamlin climbing out of the car. We saw it erupt, Denny. How much warning did you have?
It started blowing up. I think, we went to 7 cylinders or something like that about, 80 laps ago or so. But, it's just every time we got to the front, pit road problem, then pit road penalty, and that took our chances away. But we weren't going to finish anyway. We were smoking for 80 laps. But proud of this whole Sport Clips team. Thank them for giving me a ride in the Nationwide Series, and it was fun while it lasted. I actually thought we had a pretty good car there. We were running pretty good lap times, and we were making it back through the field multiple times. But obviously, there was oil leaking out of the tank here, and eventually I knew it was going to run out.
You, like several other chasers running this race today, to try to gather some information to help you tomorrow. How much will this race help you? What'd you learn?
I mean, you learn some line things, some things, different characteristics, some changes we made on pit road to help the car. I'll go back and debrief with the guys about that. But, for me, I didn't do it necessarily for chase reasons. It was more the opportunity came up for this seat to be open. But I will take something from today and apply it tomorrow.
Denny Hamlin trying to take a positive out what became a negative here a moment ago in the Nationwide race. Nicole?
Thanks. If we were going to give that team a report card, it would probably not be good. But let's give report cards to the strategy that's currently in play. The last pit stop, a smattering of tire changes, 4-2-0. Right now, Kevin Harvick is out front, 2 tires. Kyle Busch been the dominant car all day. He's an 8th in 4. There's a group of cars in there with no tires. What do we like?
Yeah, I tell you, I do like the 2-tire strategy at the moment. You and I were talking about it off camera a little bit, and I said I'm a 4-tire guy. I like that.
And what did I say?
And you said you like the 2-tire, and you like Harvick. You did say that. Right now it's looked like track position is very, very important. 2 tires looks good. What do we got? 33 laps to go. Harvick's got that clean air now. He's up front. We'll see what happens. I don't like Kyle Busch's chances right now. He's marked pretty far back there.
Yeah.
I know he's a great driver, but it's hard to catch up when you're that far back.
Yeah, lap times are similar. When Kyle Busch was out front, just like you're talking about the clean air, his car was magnificent. Now we see Kevin Harvick out front. We're seeing the same thing. Question is, can Kyle get through the traffic to race Kevin?
Are you forgetting that there's a restart coming up?
There is, and we did see Kyle go wide. He made it 4 wide and picked up a lot of positions, picked up 8 positions. But Kevin Harvick, once he got past Almirola, he was checking out.
2 more restarts. Kyle Busch is in the lead by that number.
Well, possibly. He's got to get past O'Hara, though. That ain't easy to do.
You really hurt the tires on a restart after you get going. Like Kyle Busch being back as far as he is right now, Nicole, 8th position. That's not real far, but to me it is. And once you have this many restarts, you knock off of what I call the goodie off the tire, the real sticky portion of the tire that really makes you go on these restarts. After a couple restarts, that kind of goes away. So he's already out of tires. He just told us that. No more tires left. So I think the goodie is gone for Kyle, so to speak.
Hey, Alan, try not to knock the goodie off this restart, please.
Well, there may be some people knocking things around, but it may not be good for some of them. It may be a little bit before we see this restart because a significant amount of oil put down by Denny Hamlin's car down into turn 1 and around turns 1 and 2. They've got the oil dried down. They've got the vacuum trucks out. They've got a jet blower out there looking to get the rest of the oil dry off the track. So that is knocking down the number of laps left in the race for Kyle Busch to get toward the front. Now, we've still got just a little less than 50 miles to go. That's still a lot of racing. But each lap that goes by is one less that he has a chance to use.
And Kevin Harvick will probably find a little spot out there that needs a little more cleaning. Take a couple of more laps away.
Yeah, about the time I get one to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back live Chicagoland Speedway, the closing stages of the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast 300. With caution out for the 6th time in the race after Denny Hamlin had a problem and dropped quite a bit of oil down on the racetrack. Pit road just opened. The first one in was Regan Smith from 10th place. And you see some of the cars leaving. Brendan Gaughan made a pit stop. Dakota Armstrong, Regan Smith, Dylan Kwasniewski, Ryan Sieg, Mike Bliss. Those the lead lap cars, and Paul Menard, of course, still getting the front end of that car worked on, trying to get the ride height right. And still working on the cleanup, so let's check downstairs. Jamie?
And Ernie Cope calling the shots for Kevin Harvick. You guys just had a little discussion about where that oil is on the track. What's the concern?
Yeah, he just don't want to get pinned down on it. That's his only concern, is getting through turn 1 and 2. So he's going to make the decision at the last minute. He's going to check out the track, and Jimmy John Chevrolet's flying, and hopefully he can close out this nationwide race here and get it. But he's going to inspect the track and make a decision there so he doesn't get pinned on the oil dry.
All right, the last stop you guys took right sides only. and you got the 54 that's gained 8 spots already. He's 8 spots back. Are those left sides good enough to hold up till the end?
Well, I hope so. The lefts haven't worn near what the rights have on the previous stops.